Home Measurement Fundamentals is brought to you by the Winston-Salem Regional Association of Realtors and Piedmont Federal Savings Bank. In the first video of the Home Measurement Fundamentals series, we took a close look at the characteristics necessary for spaces in a home to count as living area. Recall that only living area is included within the square footage of a home. We also took a look at the best tools used to measure homes. In the second video of the series, we applied our understanding of living area and explained the process used to measure a home. We measured a ranch-style home, working through the process used to complete an accurate measurement. In this video, we will move on to a split-level home. The fundamentals and the process are the same, but the techniques for measuring the home are a bit more involved. Let's get started. Split-level homes can seem complicated at first, until you break them down into their individual pieces. These homes consist of a single level attached to a two-story section. So most split-level homes are really 3 boxes. The lowest level of a split level is often partially below grade. That might suggest that we call that level a basement, but that is not the case with split-level homes. Instead, the space below grade is called the lower level, the space above the lower level is called the upper level, and the first floor of the split level adjacent to the two-story section is called the main level. Only split-level and split-foyer homes use these designations for the floors of the home. Once you arrive, walk around the outside of the split-level home looking for any architectural details that will affect the home's measurement. This home has a carport. While the carport does not meet the standards necessary to be included in the living area, it will be measured for inclusion in the listing notes of the home. This home also has a chimney. The chimney is located outside of the living area of the home, so it is not counted within the measurement of the home's living area. While inspecting the exterior of the home, make note that the upper level of the home overhangs the lower level. You will need to account for this additional square footage in the measurement process. We'll circle back to that detail after finishing the exterior and interior inspection of the home. Reviewing the exterior architecture allows you to get a good sense of the breakdown of the 3 sections or levels of this split-level home. Next, toward the inside of the home. This will confirm your understanding of how the home's construction is configured. With a split level, your review of the interior allows you to confirm where the main level transitions to the two-story section of the home. In short, this allows you to know where the 3 boxes of the home begin and end with one another. This is also the time to review the spaces throughout the home, ensuring that all of the home's square footage meets the living area criteria. The main level and the upper level of the home are heated, finished, and accessible from other living areas, so those levels meet the living area criteria. A portion of the lower level does not meet those criteria. This portion is a workspace and storage area that is unfinished. It will be measured and its square footage subtracted from the overall lower level square footage. With a good understanding of the architecture of the house, it's time to measure the home. Back outside, begin sketching and measuring the exterior walls of the home. Remember that the square footage of the home is based on exterior measurements. Begin at one corner of the home, measuring the length of each exterior wall. Record each measurement on your sketch and double-check each measurement. Irregularities in the home, such as gutter downspouts and architectural features, may require you to measure the lengths of the home in sections and add those amounts together in order to get full measurements. Work your way around the home, measuring each wall, recording your measurements on your sketch. Round off measurements to the nearest inch or nearest tenth of a foot if you are using a tape measure with increments in tenths of a foot. Measure the length and width of the main level of the home. The square footage for the main, upper, and lower levels of the home will be broken out separately in your final listing details, so you will need measurements for each level. The main level is 27 feet long and 23 feet wide. Measure the length of the lower level. Its width should match that of the main level. The length of the lower level is 31 feet, and its width is 23 feet, just like the width of the main level. Recall that the upper level overhangs the lower level on the front side of the home. The upper level is flush with the lower level on the back and the side of the home. Measure the amount of the overhang. The overhang is 2 feet. Add this to the width of the lower level in order to get the width of the upper level. The result is an upper level that is 31 feet long and 25 feet wide. The tour of the inside of the home revealed an area on the lower level that will not be included within the living area of the home. You will need to measure that space from inside the home. You can quickly measure the length and width of the unfinished space in the lower level using a laser distance meter. Add 6 inches to the length and to the width to account for the thickness of the exterior walls. The length is 17 feet 6 inches and the width is 10 feet 6 inches. With the 6-inch addition to each measurement, the unfinished space measures 18 feet by 11 feet. This unfinished storage space will not be included in living area, but it will be noted in the listing data for the property. Taking reference photos outside and inside of the home is a good practice, so those can be reviewed as needed and used to support the overall measurement project. File those with your sketches and notes at the end of the project. Once your sketch and measurements are complete, compare the overall lengths and widths of the home with their opposite wall lengths and widths. They should equal one another. This is a good way to check your overall measurements of the home. Transfer your sketch details and measurements to graph paper, along with your notes about the areas which will be included in living area and those which will not. Now it's a matter of breaking down all of the measurements into rectangles, multiplying the length and width of each rectangle, which is to be included in the living area, and adding those together for a total. The sketch and resulting drawing of this house looked like this. Check your math and round off to the overall nearest foot. Make your final notes regarding living area, unfinished space, and other home areas. The main level of the split-level home was 27 feet by 23 feet, resulting in 621 square feet of living area. The lower level was 31 feet by 23 feet, which is 713 square feet. The unfinished space within the lower level was 18 feet by 11 feet, which is 198 square feet. That amount is subtracted from the total square footage of the lower level, resulting in 515 square feet of living area in the lower level. The upper level, including its 2-foot overhang, was 31 feet by 25 feet, yielding 775 square feet of living area. All combined, the living area of this split-level home is 1,911 square feet. Within the listing details for the home, the main level, upper level, and lower level are broken out separately, as can be seen here. There is also a field or box for including the unfinished square footage within the lower level. If you are completing the additional portions of the MLS form for the home, use your notes regarding details such as the carport and its dimensions, as well as the features of the home. Your reference photos will provide a good backup for completing these details within the MLS or CMA document. You now have a well-executed and supported measurement of this split-level home on which home shoppers and real estate professionals can rely in their decision-making process. Your understanding of measuring homes of varied construction styles is growing. In the next 2 videos, we will measure a 1 1/2 story, sometimes called a Cape Cod-style home, and a 2-story home. Watch each of them to continue to expand your understanding of the important details in the process of measuring homes. Home Measurement Fundamentals is brought to you by the Winston-Salem Regional Association of Realtors and Piedmont Federal Savings Bank. Live local, bank local.